I got nothing. I got nothing. No, I got nothing. Not much happened today. I didn't do much. Nothing, you know. Which for most people that's not really a problem, but you know, if you have a job like mine, it's a serious issue. So what happened today? Not much. Anything going on? No. Anything making you angry? Well, yeah, I suppose. I'm just having one of those days. You know what I think it is? I think men have biorhythms very similar to a woman's monthly cycle, except that we're not allowed to have them. But it's true. No, it's true. There's a scientific thing made up by me. Scientists just make crap up as well. I'll just make it up, and then they say, but you have to prove it. And I'm like, you prove it first, scientists. They're like, well, the theory of evolution, there you are. And I'm like, have you proved it? No, it's a theory. Okay, well, here's my theory of the male menstrual cycle then. How's that? But Craig, you can't prove it. No, neither can you. So... Anyway, in the male menstrual cycle, which doesn't make any sense, of course, I understand that. But look, it's television, it doesn't have to make sense, it just has to fill time between the commercials, that's all it has to do. No, Craig, it should make sense, really? What about great TV shows like Huckleberry Hound? Does that make sense? He's a dog that can talk and he's slightly depressed? That doesn't even make any sense! If a dog could talk, he would be cock-a-hoop! You know what a dog would say if he could talk? He'd say, I can lick my own balls! Isn't that amazing? So you guessed, I'm not lying about having nothing. I got nothing. Luckily, though, during the commercial break, I'm going to do something very interesting and then tell you about it. We'll take a break, and when we come back... Oh, I've done that already. What number of show is this? How many have we done?
11:37.
This is 11:37. This is show 1...
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thanks, everybody. That's great. Look, that's enough, everybody. Thanks. Please, be quiet. In no way try to be through. The folks at home might think you've been coached in some way. Not like on other TV shows where the audience are just left to do what they like. They can't. They can just walk. If you like something, applaud. If you don't, you make up your mind. You make up your own mind. Don't have anyone pushing you around. What kind of a day is it? I'll tell you, creepy thing that's possessed me. It's a great day for America. That's what kind of a day it is. It is. Now, although, yes, hello. It's a great day. I was doing a lot of words there. Yes, hello. What? Yeah. Anyway, it's a great day for America. A great day for Justin Bieber. Although he's not American. He's a Canadian. Yes! He lives in a little burrow and combs his hair forward and stores up nuts for the winter. And his adorable little pouchy cheeks. He's got his little wheel. Anyway, Justin Bieber announced on the Twitter, you know me, I'm always on the tweety, and he He announced that a movie of his life is going to be released next Valentine's Day. Oh, come on! Faster! It's next Valentine's Day and it's going to be in 3D. I know! Really in 3D. The 3Ds are dimply, do-eyed, adorable. Anyway, I'm just thinking to myself, do we need a movie of Justin Bieber's life? He's 16! 16! I don't want to see pimples squeezed in 3D.
Break me off a piece of that.
Yes, exactly, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Anyway. Oh, by the way, did you... Other in adorable young people news, that England's Prince William and his girlfriend are the 12th cousins, which means they might not be able to get married. Well, that makes sense. We don't want any of these royal kids to look weird, you know. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want any royals to look kind of inbred in any way. Or even worse, to look like Prince Charles. That would be awesome. Do we have a picture of Prince Charles? There he is. I mean, that's what happens when your cousins get married right now. Look at that. So long, knighthood. Anyway. There's very big news from the world of dinosaurs. Brett Favre is retiring from football. Now, I have to be honest, I don't get that, but one of the crew made me tell it. And I was too scared to say no, because when you're not here, they hurt me. No, there is big news in the dinosaur world. One of the most iconic dinosaurs is under attack. I'm talking about the Triceratops. You know the Triceratops, right? It's a big, wrinkly, horny thing. That's my new movement for remind you of anyone. Anyway, the scientists are saying that Triceratops might not have existed. I'm like, what? I was looking through my newspaper, I was like, what? It's true, take a look at this. Look, scientists, Triceratops may not have existed. And CBS News, and that's CBS News. And if we can't trust them, who can we trust? Can I see that webpage again? Where's that little story down in the corner? Can you zoom in on that article at the bottom? What the? Now, I've said this before, but I'll say it again because it bears repeating. Scientists don't know nothing. You heard me, geeks. For years they were saying Pluto was a planet. I went to school, I studied them like planets, Mercury, Jupiter, Pluto, a planet. I learned it, I got it. Then they're like, oh no, Pluto's not a planet. And if you call Pluto a planet now, you get scolded like, oh, it's not a planet, it's a dwarf planet. Although it prefers to be called Little Person Planet. But now, scientists are saying the same thing about the Triceratops. They're saying this Triceratops that we've known and loved for years is really just a young Torosaurus. Exactly! I also don't know what a Torosaurus is. You got a picture of a Torosaurus? That's... Benicio del Toro. Yeah, that'll do. Anyway, the word Triceratops, see how much we care. Anyway, the word Triceratops translates to face with 3 horns. It's from the Latin. Thank goodness paleontologists didn't name me. I'd be known as head with lesbian haircut. Come on. Judge an American Idol? Anyway, you got a picture of a Triceratops. There you are now. There's the Triceratops. Now, they weren't really that big. The man next to the Triceratops, show me again. Yeah, that's a midget right there. It's an old dinosaur trick. When the male dinosaurs were trying to attract lady dinosaurs, they would stand next to a midget to make the genitals look bigger. I did the same thing back when I was dating. I would do the same thing. Say hello to my little friend. And my midget. I prefer to be called little person. Shut up, Pluto. Anyway, this rate, the scientists will soon be the Triceratops doesn't exist. Then next it'll be the Brontosaurus, then the Stegosaurus, then the T-Rex, and before you know it, my footy pajamas are covered in lies. They're always changing their mind when it comes to dinosaurs. For years, scientists argue about the dinosaur found here in West Hollywood. No, there were dinosaurs in West Hollywood apparently, and they were trying to figure out what they were, but they couldn't decide if it was a Triceratop or a Tricerabottom.
That, Craig.
I thought you'd recognise that. That's part of the gay subculture slang. I thought you would enjoy that kind of...
Ignore me.
You in a huff tonight or something? You feeling bad? What's wrong?
No.
So you feel good then?
No.
Okay, I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting dragged into another one of these passive-aggressive exchanges.
No.
Oh, shut up! We have to take a break. When we come back... you'll still be having trouble sleeping. Unless you're watching on the TiVo of the computer, in which case, stop it, because it's illegal, mostly. I don't care. We'll be right back.
Summer Living with Sean Connery.
Going to the beach is my favourite part of summer. Unless it's Donna summer. Then it's going to the vagina. That was a little too on the nose, perhaps, wasn't it? Gather round and creepy old Uncle Craig will tell you the tale about the time when he was young. Do you know, a lot of people say to me, Craig, put pants on. And I do. But you know, I was part of Shark Week this year. People said, Craig, did you host Shark Week? I'm like, don't be ridiculous. How can you host Shark? My next guest is a shark. Ah! Host Shark Week, but I was in Shark Week, and the special airs tomorrow night on the Discovery Channel, which is not part of CBS. Anyway, the thing is, people said, when you went diving with the sharks, Craig, did you have a cage? And I said no. And people are like, oh, you're lying. And I'm like, really? If only there were a way to get part of my Shark Week special from the Discovery Channel and persuade, using lawyers, CBS, to show a clip of that. God. Yeah. I can't believe I did that. What time is it, Jeffrey Peterson?
How about some fresh tweets?
How about some fresh tweets?
Chicken Vindaloo is good to eat. My name is Scooter. I'll fix your computer. I'm a happening guy and a dope troubleshooter. When you call tech support, you'll be talking to me. I got more patience than Mahatma Gandhi. And emails.
Dang. All right, welcome back from the jingle, everybody. Oh, I forgot to do this. All right. All right, this is from Mike in Heber City in Utah. Heber City or Haber City? I always get these two mixed up. It's like Bill Paxton and Bill Pullman. I know, me too. Anyway, Mike says, hey, Craig, I work on a TV show called Wanna Go Fishing. Do you want to go fishing? Is this a gay thing? Because if it is, I do. All right, this is from Kay in Wilmington in Delaware. Uh-oh, it's one of them credit card things, isn't it? They always come from Wilmington, Delaware, yes. By the way, I got an email from a guy in Nigeria that's going to give me $20 million. So long, suckers. Anyway, Kay in Wilmington, Delaware says, Dear Craig, why is the top button on your shirt never buttoned? Well, you see, there's a story there. It used to be buttoned, but over the years, as I've been doing this show, in about the past 3 months, I've not been buttoning it. Thanks for your long-term viewership, Kay. But I don't button it because my neck got very fat, and as I get older, my neck is beginning to sag. Lower, lower, lower. And so I'm just creating a sort of waterfall effect.
Jeffy, likey.
You like anything in skin.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's nice to see you getting back in the swing of things anyway, not just sitting there quietly saying no.
No.
See, I knew I was walking into that. All right. I got a little awkward, didn't it? This is from Deb in Marion in Illinois. Deb says, Greg, if there were a pill that let you become the opposite sex for just a week, would you take it? I'm European. I've taken it. You have no idea where I've been. Oh, this is from Ben in Mendon in Maine. Mendon in Maine? No, that's not in Maine. It's in Massachusetts. I always get Massachusetts and Maine mixed up like Bill Paxton and Bill Pullman. Me too. Anyway, Ben says, Dear Craig, whatever happened to that giraffe and the Salvador Dali thing you used to do? Oh, yeah! Back in the days when I used to button my collar all the way up. We used to do the Salvador Dali thing. I would go, oh, yeah. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, yeah! There it is, still there. And then the giraffe was, ooh! Oh, yeah! There was Andy Warhol as well. What was that? Was that the sign for Andy Warhol? I can't remember. Or maybe it was Well, they both seem to work, so they're still there. We just don't use them as often because if you know anything about this show, you know we don't do callbacks. We don't do callbacks and we don't repeat the same joke night after night. That's one thing we don't do. We don't do that. We don't rely on repetition for humor. Do we have a picture of Angela Lansbury? No! Look, it's show 1137. Here's the rules. When I ask you for a picture of Angela Lansbury, you show a picture of Paul McCartney. Voila! Right. Now, when I ask for a picture of Paul McCartney, you show a picture of Angela Lansbury. Jeez. This is from Nella in Waukegan in Illinois. I've been to Waukegan in Illinois. I have. Oh, don't you shake your head at me, you passive-aggressive bastard. I have. I've been to Waukegan. What did I do in Waukegan? Oh, yeah, I remember I ran into Angela Lansbury. This is, Nella says, why do divers enter the water backwards and head first? They don't. No, they don't. Wait, like that? Who does that? That would be stupid. I mean, sometimes you do it. If you're doing a backwards roll off a boat, sometimes you do it that way. I know all about diving. I've been diving with sharks. Sometimes I go night diving. Did he mean? You bet I did. But, yes. Surely that can. Yes, I can mean that. But you're not allowed to. What did I say? We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Late Late Show here on CBS, where we're jam-packed with issues and we talk about stuff that's really important. I'm sorry you're still awake. Happens to everybody. Don't worry about it. Sleep will eventually come. And so will Freddie. Yeah, I got you for the rest of the show now! Anyway, my first guest tonight is a comedy icon. He's a good friend of the show, but not necessarily of me personally. He's all right, I guess. No, he's lovely. He's a comedy icon. Please welcome Jeffrey Tambor, everybody. Jeffrey Tambor. Jeffrey!
How are you?
You know, I'm all right. I'm all right, actually.
Good.
I'm all right, yeah. It was a bit ropey earlier on, but it's picked up now that you're here.
No, it's wonderful. If I'm such a friend of the show, may I ask an indelicate question? Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed there are pictures all over and backstage.
Yeah.
I've been here a number of times, and
Yes.
there's not a picture.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we don't have one.
See, I thought that.
But we're going to take one tonight because many of these cameras are on.
He's saying no. He's no. No, I'll send something in. It'll be nice.
Why don't you send a picture of yourself?
I would, or
maybe
I could do someone else. Whatever you like.
What do you mean? You could do someone else? Is that,
well, no,
is that a gay thing you're doing there?
No. Let's every time I'm on, we talk about.
Every time I'm on, is that another thing?
Oh no, you can't do that to me.
You can't do that to me?
No.
Is that another thing?
And that's it, and just a late night show jacket, and that'll be fine.
Oh, you want one of those jackets?
Yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah.
Did you go to Comic-Con?
No, did you?
No.
Why not?
Actually, did go to Comic-Con. I went to do a film called Paul with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Simon Pegg is a very talented guy. He did the and then he did the then he did the ooh, yeah.
And then he also co-starred in the
yeah. That was a trilogy, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was the trilogy. So I was there, and there was a minor. I don't know if there was a minor disturbance before our panel. There was.
Was that when the guy got stabbed?
Well, no. I don't think there was a skirmish of sorts. There was a. You all know that, but then there was a guy in a.
They know what skirmish means.
Yeah, but let's spell skirmish. Yes. Oh, anyhow.
If they could spell, they wouldn't be here.
And so, yeah, there was.
Does that say the prize is right? Yeah, let's go.
Anyway, and they were there, and Seth Rogen and Jason Bateman. But I think the skirmish was over trying to get closer to me.
Were you at the panel where the person got stabbed in the eye with a pencil?
Yes.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the eye. It was near the eye.
I was at the one where it was a pen.
Yeah, I think this has been blown out of proportion. It's like when everybody's saying they see a great white shark.
I think there was you, blah, 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 and then a pen got thing like that.
Yeah, people were going like that, and a pen was involved. And suddenly, as he was stabbed in the eye with a pen.
Can you really? Can you get this picture, by the way? How are they going?
Yeah.
Like that. That's the picture I want in the hall.
Yeah, right. Then we could do that, actually. We put that one in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How are you otherwise? You all right?
I'm fine.
How
I
the
have-
kids? Are kids
the
okay?
kids are great. I have 10...
10 kids?
I have 10
Wait,
kids.
What?
I have 2 10-month-old twin boys.
I know. That's why I asked.
It's very odd. That's why you did ask, right?
Yeah, because if you didn't have kids, it would be kind of indelicate.
To say,
of me
how are the kids? Things are very, very good, except when I go up to people, they say, oh, you're out with the grandchildren today. And I go, no, these are mine. And they go, come on. Which is rude, right?
Yeah, it is
And
rude.
then men, they go, are those they're really yours? I go, they're my children. And they go, which I think is very rude.
Do you know my wife is... I'm 48 years old. My wife is pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, and that's just my resume. And
Are you really pregnant?
well, my wife is. I'm fine.
No, but you're really... really?
Yeah.
Muzzle.
Thanks.
Hey!
Anyway.
And away, baby! Hey!
And people like to say, you're 48 years old and you're going to have another child? And I'm
What
like,
do you think they say to me?
yeah, how old are you?
I'm 48. And no, I'm 65.
60?
6.
66?
No, 65, 6.
You're 656 years old?
No.
Man, you look great.
Hey! But no, and people say mean things, especially on the, what is this called?
Tweety?
No.
Internet?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Tweety?
Tweety's an area of the internet. I'll get into it, Grandpa.
Isn't that the one who said- No, Tweety said suffering fuckatas. No, that's Sylvester. Tweety said... Tweety. But there was a Tweety, right?
Yeah, Tweety was the bird.
Yeah.
Well, actually, scientists have now proven that bird never existed.
I saw that.
You know, you ever think scientists are just full of tutti frutti? Yeah, like that.
You can't say on late night.
They'll cover it up with something adorable. We'll be fine.
I'm thrilled about you. Yeah, so...
Yeah. Yeah, people say mean things. They're like, oh, you're 48. That means when your children graduate,
That's
you'll
what
be...
they say.
And I'm like, will you shut up?
Yeah. It's true.
If my children graduate, they'll be the first of the Fergusons. We don't do graduation in my family.
Did you get my call? I called you. I called the office. You know, these guys have do such a great job. Now I sound like a shill. I'm sorry. But I called when you were all on vacation to say that you got a great review in the New Yorker. Do you know about this?
No.
Did you know about my call?
No.
And there's no picture in the hallway? Anyway, see, it's all related.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got a great review by, I think it's Nancy Franklin, of the New Yorker, and she was talking about...
The New Yorker? That's clever people.
Anyway, she said that you were her favorite. I don't know if it was Nancy Franklin, but it was the TV critic. And I called, and big deal. No one calls me back. No one, hey.
We were
no
on
one
we were on vacation.
That's fine. I'll call.
We don't have an
I'll call
answering
someone
machine.
else. I left a message with the receptionist. What am I, chopped liver?
We don't have a receptionist.
Oh.
Who did you? I think you left a message with someone else.
I know, because he said I have to clean up. Can we make this short?
Yeah. No idea what you're talking about, man.
Janitor.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, you know, my wife's pregnant, and anyway, so here's what I found out, because I looked up guys who are older having younger children.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Charles Chaplin,
Yes.
8 children
Yes. That's
after
true.
the age of 55.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Charlie Chaplin of silent movies has
Right.
a son. His youngest son is the same age as me.
Sidney Chaplin. No, that's his brother.
I don't know. Sid Chaplin's his brother. He's a bit older than me.
Gary Chaplin.
Garrett. No, I think it's Susan Chaplin.
Really?
Yeah, he went through some kind of procedure earlier on.
I understand.
Yeah.
But there is a club of people who are older.
But am I part of that club at 48 years old?
All I have to say is, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. Don't you know? You know more about life now than you did then. I do. I was
I'm
uncomfortable.
in jail less.
Yeah.
I think that makes me a better father, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I think he's hardly in jail at all.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Less DUIs on my part, so
Well,
that's
there
fine.
you go. Yeah, absolutely.
And we have more to say. Hey, I can just see the audience now. Jeffrey Tambor's talking about his children. Come on, quick, to the television.
Yeah, that's right. Turn off other interesting things.
Yeah. Quick, wait a minute. He's
So
talking.
long, Shark Week. Tambor's talking babies.
What else?
Not much. What else were you?
Nothing?
Really?
No. No, I can't talk about that.
That's the one
can't.
I want to talk about.
No,
Come on.
no, I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
Come on, just a little bit. Give me a clue.
I got in trouble at the public library.
Yeah! Come on, what happened?
Well, they had the yellow signs up, and I went to get my kids.
What yellow sign?
Don't enter.
All right.
And out
None of these people have been in the library. I'm trying to help them.
And it said, slippery and no movado or whatever those words are.
Cuidado.
No cuidado.
Yeah, why not? No cuidado.
And so I went in there and to the men's room, and I really, really had to go before I got my...
You're 66. You gotta,
And he said, now! And so I went into the women's room. And,
you monster!
And I went past the trespass, and I went as quietly as I possibly could. And, and I...
What do you mean when you were actually doing your business?
Right, and when I went out...
Ones or twos?
When you're 66, it doesn't matter.
It all messes together. So long, Shark Week.
Right.
Tambor's talking bowel movements.
When you're 66, it's 3. So I came out, and there were people like this. And I said, and they went, and the man said, big tall man with glasses said, well, guess who doesn't like to follow rules? And I said, oh, please. And then the woman behind him said, there have been a number of incidences. And I said, isn't it incidents? And I said, please, and I was only kidding, please, 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 please don't take my library card away. And they went, and they were fine. I don't even know if they were friends of the library or I don't know, but it was awful incident.
Well, that's what life would be like if we didn't have the internet. Now people who are like that don't have to go to the library to judge you. They can judge you from the comfort of their own home. And they can go, there have been incidences. Oh, when your kids graduate, you're going to be 105.
Right. And then they put on one of those faces like...
Yeah. We're out of time.
I gotta go. Sort of existential, what we're doing. We just went into a Beckett play, by the way. We're out of time.
This whole thing is a Beckett play.
I know.
This whole thing.
Yeah.
This whole thing.
Try to be be in the office when I call to... I was so excited.
We don't have an office.
I'm going to embarrass you. You do a great job.
See, I hate when you do this.
You do a great job.
Welcome back. Forgive me while I pet my shark. Now making his Late Show debut, a very funny comedian. You can catch him at Birmingham, Alabama's Stardome. Actually, I've been there. Hey! At the Stardome in Alabama, in Birmingham, it's a fantastic club, actually. And this young man's here all week. Drew Thomas, everybody. Drew Thomas.
Thank you. I've been thinking about getting married lately, but I think men and women look at marriage differently. When women talk about marriage, it's a happy occasion. I'm getting married, I got my friends, I got my colors picked out, I got 4 of my fat friends to stand next to me. It's gonna be a beautiful day. But it's not the same for the guys. When men talk about marriage with our friends, it sounds like something you get diagnosed with. Did you hear what happened to Charles? No, what? He's getting married. No! He was such a nice guy. When did he find out? She told him yesterday at dinner. I think it's the cost of dating that scares me. Like, the movies used to cost $20. You could get the movie tickets, soda, 2 straws, little popcorn. Have you been to the movies lately? It's $40, $50 to go to the movies now. I had to register for a class online just to get the student ID for the discount. And don't let it be a short girl. I keep a pair of those socks in my glove box with the lace on top. Put these on. You're a child tonight. I need 1 student and 1 child. Fold them down. Buckle your shoe before you get us caught. Here's a lollipop. Put your hair in pigtails. Let's go. I took this girl to the movies the other day. I bought the movie tickets. Movie tickets tell you the screen number that your movie is on. So I'm like, oh, look, we're on screen 2. I start walking to screen 2. She starts walking to the snack counter. I'm like, do you know somebody over there? Because you got a decision to make. It's the movies or the snacks. Nobody said they were going to feed you. And I'm not cheap. I don't want the women to get the wrong impression. I'm not cheap. All I'm saying is eat before I pick you up. You knew I was coming. I'm tired of the club scene right now because everybody's a liar. Women are in the club lying. The men are in the clubs lying. You got older women in the club trying to look young, but you know they're old because they got that vaccine mark on their arm. You got that vaccine mark on your arm. You are nowhere near 24 with that vaccine mark on your arm. I'm in the club. I met one lady. She had 2 vaccine marks on her arm. I said, you got polio. Get away from me. You just started walking. I just seen you take your braces off in the parking lot. Sometimes I meet women with kids. I don't mind if you have kids. I just don't like bad kids. I don't like people with those 3- and 4-year-olds that can talk, but the mother let them use a pacifier. I'm over this girl's house 2 weeks ago. We're sitting on the couch watching TV. Baby is in the middle of the living room playing. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the baby goes, you know I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? Like, this is not a baby. This dude is making whole sentences right here. This is not a baby. So sometimes I think maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not a good guy. You know, the other day I went into a gas station. I picked up a couple items, came to like $5.65, and I gave the guy behind the counter a $10 bill. So I'm standing there waiting for $4.35 change. Well, he starts to give me change for $100. All of a sudden, I got a decision to make. Instantly, Evil Drew and Good Drew popped up on my shoulders. They're gonna help me with the decision. Evil Drew said, take the change and snatch the register. And Good Drew was like, don't be a fool, just take the change. And that's what I did. Thank you guys so much.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
You're living a lie. You never existed. I'll have to change all my puppets. Well, what did we learn on the show tonight? We learned that Jeffrey Tambor likes to break the rules. We learned that... sometimes it's like a Beckett play in here. And that's about it. So let me wish you a good night. Sleep will now surely come. You can relax. See you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.